Have you ever gotten feedback that feels less like constructive criticism and more like a sneak attack on your soul? Yeah, me too. If you've ever walked away from a conversation thinking, did they just drag my entire existence or am I overreacting? Then this one is for you. Here's the deal: criticism stings because, well, we're human. Our brains are wired to see negative feedback as a threat. So instead of processing it, we go straight into fight or flight. Or fine, I'll just quit or start looking for a new job mode. But here's the thing: feedback isn't a personal attack, it's information. And if we learn to manage that emotional punch, we can actually use it to grow. Tip number one: pause before reacting. First things first, pause. When criticism hits, don't react immediately. Give yourself a second to breathe. If you're like me, mentally rehearse all the clapbacks that you won't actually say. Taking 5 to 10 seconds gives your brain and your body time to shift from defense mode to problem solving mode. If you're feeling triggered, try saying, "Thanks for the feedback, but I'd like to take a minute to think about it." This buys you time and keeps things from escalating. It's important that you know and maintain your boundaries at all times. Tip number two: separate the message from the delivery. Try to separate what's said from the tone that it's said in. Sometimes feedback is wrapped in a package that, let's say, it's less than kind. But just because it's delivered poorly doesn't mean that the message itself isn't valuable. You need to ask yourself, what's the core message here and how can I use it? A pro tip for incorporating this is, if the message was hard or harsh, acknowledge it later. Saying something like, "Hey, I am open to feedback on this, but I'd appreciate if we could keep it constructive." That way, you're setting boundaries but also staying receptive. Tip number three: turn it into a growth opportunity. Lastly, flip the script. Instead of thinking, "I'm terrible at this," try asking, "What can I learn from this?" Criticism, when reframed, becomes a roadmap for growth. Here's my last bonus tip: ask for clarifying questions. If the feedback is vague or confusing, don't be afraid to ask, "Can you give me a specific example of this?" Or, "What would improvement look like in this area?" This shifts the focus from criticism to collaboration. Next time criticism hits like a wrecking ball, pause, process, and ask yourself, what's the lesson here? And hey, what's the worst piece of feedback you've ever gotten? Drop it in the comments. I promise we'll laugh about it together. And if this resonated, hit that like button, subscribe, share it, and stick around. I've got more tips coming your way to help you handle life like a pro.